Hi and Assalamualaikum to my fellow lecturers. My name is Nabila. Today I'm presenting my final year project proposal under the title of Development of Water Quality Index Model for Kuantan River Pahang by using Artificial Neural Network. I am under supervision of Dr. Azman bin Aziz. Alright, so the content for my presentation falls into six main elements: introduction, literature review, methods, expected result, control, and finally references. So firstly, the introduction. Okay, the background of study. Basically, water quality is important as it describes the chemical, physical, and biological characteristics of water, which usually based on its suitability for a particular purpose, such as domestic, agriculture, or industrial purpose, and so on. Okay, while for water quality assessment is the evaluation of water properties in reference to the natural quality and also the effects on human health. So in order to indicate ample water quality status, a broad range of variables are needed to be measured. Okay, next, in evaluating river water quality in Malaysia, water quality index are crucial components in order to, first, to evaluate the water quality corresponding to the suitability of water users according to the National Quality of Standard for Malaysia, NWQS. Next is to detect the changes in river water quality. Thus, the Malaysia water quality was recommended by the Department of Environment of Malaysia since 1974 for these purposes. Okay, next is the an advanced mathematical tools such as artificial neural network is crucial in performing water quality model. And ANN is a great in information processing, especially in a modeling complex relationship between input and output. Okay, next is the problem statement. Firstly, the rapid urbanization followed by anthropogenic activities, including tourism and recreations along the Kuantan River, has been negatively impacting the river water quality. As the major source of water supply, as the Kuantan River has been said to provide about 350,000 cubic meters per day. Okay, next is the confusion in large number of variables, in which variables contribute the most in variant of water quality index. Thus, the reduction in the number of parameters are needed by eliminate the independent variable of parameter in carry out the water quality prediction without much loss of information. Okay, the significance of my study. Firstly, the development of this water quality index model for Kuantan River will contribute in easier prediction of water quality of Kuantan River in the future with significant input data. So can be used by the researchers and government agency. Okay, next, this prediction model can also help in protecting the sustainability of river water quality as the model with significant dependent variables make the sampling process become efficient and can be done continuously for closed river water monitoring. And lastly, the water quality index model has not been established yet in Kuantan River. Thus, this will fill the research gap in academic work. Okay, there are two main objectives from my study. Um, Firstly is to identify the essential monitoring station and water quality variable with acceptable accuracy. Second is to develop the water quality index prediction model for Kuantan River Pahang. Okay, so for the literature review, I would like to make interaction between what has been suggested by these researchers with my study. So Nasir et al. 2012 and Sobahan et al. 2015 stated that Kuantan area has been rapidly developed in the last decade, which leading to the environmental degradation and may affecting the Kuantan River. While Kozaki et al. 2015 stated that Kuantan River is a major source of water supply for domestic, agriculture and industrial purpose. As nowadays, the area is keep being urbanized day by day, thus my study might help this river with higher chances of pollution due to the urbanization with continuous monitoring with significant variables observed. Okay, for multiple linear regression, AZ et al. 2015A and AZ et al. 2015B stated that MLR is a traditional method in examining the impact of the dependent variables by identifying the relationship of each independent variables. Thus, as my study is to develop water quality index model that involve a broad range of variable data, thus the identification of higher influence variables in my study can be done by using this technique as suggested by the researchers. Okay, next, Huang et al. 2015 stated that Department of Environment used water quality index in evaluating water quality status of rivers in Malaysia. And according to the Department of Environment, 2016, Kuantan River was classified as Class 2 in both year of 2015 and 2016 with the water quality index of 86 and 77. Thus, these two statements prove that there are huge drop in water quality of Kuantan River in only a year's time. So, development of water quality index model for Kuantan River in my study might be benefit. Okay. Okay, next, according to the HANAS and EONS 2016, artificial neural network is a powerful computational technique for modeling complex relationship between input and output data. Thus, this indicate that ANN is suitable for my study with broad range of variables data. Okay, next is methods. There are 6 main methods identified in my study, which I'll start with steady area description. Next is the secondary data collection, which monitored by Kuliah of Science IIUM Kuantan. Third is monitoring site identification. Fourth is water quality index calculation, and followed by application of multiple linear regression. And lastly is the artificial neural network analysis. Firstly, is the study area description. Okay, as you can see here is the yellow X mark, is where my study area located at the Pahang state, which located in the east coast of Peninsular Malaysia. Pahang has tropical monsoon climate, which is warm and humid throughout the year, with temperature ranging from 21 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius, and rainfall average of 200 millimeters monthly. Okay, my study area is specifically located in Kuantan region of Pahang. Okay, as you can see here, the red color line is the Kuantan River with 86 km of length. Kuantan River flows from Sungai Lembing throughout the Kuantan city before flowing out to the South China Sea. Actually, Kuantan River flows through mixed use of land, and it is known to be a major source of water supply, which, as I stated before, providing about 350,000 cubic meters per day for domestic, agriculture, and industrial purposes. Next is the secondary data collection. Okay, in this study, the secondary data are used obtained from the Kuliah of Science IIUM Kuantan. This include 12 monitoring site, and it is a one-day data which observed on 30 of April 2015, with about 30 perimeters were observed. Okay. So, the monitoring site identification is done based on the coordinates given by the Kuliah of Science IIUM Kuantan. So here I map those sampling sites with references to the Google Maps. Okay, fourth is the water quality calculation. Okay, to obtain water quality index, the individual quality index will be summed up and the parameters will be weighed using a total quality evaluation. Okay, the final water quality index is obtained using this formula. Okay, the application of multiple linear regression. Okay, the MLR generally applied in every environmental problem in order to justify the relationship between water quality parameters and their impact on the water quality index. Okay, generally an MLR model takes such this form as I paste here, and the adjusted R squared will be calculated using the same formula. This is because these are adjusted R squared value indicates the loss of predictive power and how much variance in Y would be accounted for if the model is derived from the population for which sample was taken. So, DAN analysis start from the information being fed into the input layer, which transfer to the hidden layer, and then between these two layers, the interconnection happens. Assign the weights to each input randomly, and then a bias will be added to the every input after the weights are multiplied with them individually, and the weight sum is transferred to the activation function, and the activation function will determine which nodes it should fire for feature extraction, and followed by the model applies on application function to the output layer to deliver the output. Okay, and lastly, the weights are adjusted and the output is back propagate to minimize the error. Okay, the expected result. Firstly, the essential monitoring stations and water quality variables with acceptable accuracy is expected to be identified. And then the water quality prediction model for Kuantan River, Pahang is expected to be successfully developed, that can help the researchers and government agencies for easily future prediction of the water quality of Kuantan River. Okay, this is my Gantt chart which illustrates the flow schedule throughout my study. So basically the study is started at October 2030 and expected until June 2021. Okay, these are my references. And so in conclusion, and to brief the presentation, that the study is in developing water quality index model for Kuantan River may benefits the river itself in terms of sustainability. So that's it for my presentation, and thank you.